don't want that. All right, so this is Desert Island Writing, I guess, number 4. So far we have written the background for the first body background information paragraph. We have written our first body paragraph, and we just wrote our second body paragraph the other day. And we have also answered these 2 questions so far in our prompt question. So I'm just going to make it purple. Purple means done in my mind for now. Okay, so now we got to answer this question. What would happen if you were stranded on the island with this item? And I've also talked about these 2 items in my paragraphs. Those are my part of my roadmap. So I need to talk about food. All right. So I need to talk about food and stranded on the island, like how long it lasted. And if you weren't able to do the Minecraft writing and you just are making it up, that's totally fine. Just say what you think would have happened. What happened for me is I basically died because I don't know how to survive. Like I'm not really good on, I don't know, how to use the tools in Minecraft. So I died pretty quickly, even with the diamond sword. But I think it lasted a bit longer than normal. All right, so we need another transition. So I'm going to say, finally, finally, to survive, I needed food. So having a sword seemed, to survive, I needed food. So having a diamond sword, I don't like this. For survival, finally, food is an essential item to survive. So having a diamond sword was necessary. Okay, talked about my final thing in my final main idea in my thesis roadmap. Okay, I also need to answer this. What would happen next? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the food, why I wanted the food, and then I'll talk about how I survived or not. Or maybe I'll put this in my conclusion, actually. So food, finally, food is an essential item for survival. So having a diamond sword was necessary. Do you see how I keep reading over this to make sure it's correct? You should be doing the same in yours. All right, here we go. I knew being on a desert island, I knew they do not have grocery stores, and I would need to find my own food. Therefore, I knew having a weapon would help me hunt and capture some food. For example, there was a pig on the island, and I was able to hunt it and use it for For example, there was a pig on the island, and I was able to hunt it and use it for food. I also could try and stab fish that swam by, which was not always the best method, but it worked. Overall, having this strong weapon allowed me to find survival. Okay, let's read the whole thing, make sure it makes sense. So I said, finally, food is an essential item for survival, so having a diamond sword was necessary. Being on a desert island, I knew they do not have grocery stores, and I would need to find my own food. Therefore, I knew having a weapon would help me hunt and capture some food. For example, so this is another good argument elaboration. I'm talking about my experience of being on the island. Now, if you're not on the island, you'll just kind of have to make it up. I say there was a pig on the island, and I was able to hunt it for food. I also tried stabbing. I make sure my tense is right. Tried stabbing the fish that swam by, which was not always the best method, but it worked. Having this strong weapon allowed me to find food for survival. So that's my body paragraph 3. So I did answer that. Now going to body paragraph 4, which I'll talk about in the next video. So hopefully this helps.